no, no. Yeah, to the no.
Hello everybody, welcome to film Fireside. Irresistible, directed by Jon Stewart, written and directed by Jon Stewart. Steve Carell is the main character in this film. He is a Democratic election consultant. He runs political campaigns, specifically for the Democratic Party. And he gets this genius idea to go to Deerlock in Wisconsin to help support a specific person in that town who he comes to find out has Democratic beliefs within a more conservative Republican-heavy town, and he goes there to try and convince that person to run for mayor, and he wants to run the campaign. And his foe is played by Rose Byrne, who seems to want to combat him just for the sake of combating him and giving him grief. I don't know. This film was a little interesting for me. This film made me happy by the end. I was happy I watched this film. Is it like funny though? Not really. It's not all that funny. It's kind of being billed as a comedy, and there are moments where it's like, okay, but we gotta throw a few jokes in here and whatnot, what have you. And it's definitely satire on something that Jon Stewart very clearly has strong beliefs about. And quite frankly, I really love the message of this film. I by the end of this film, I was like, yeah, I'm with ya. And in fact, the message of this film even was made known to us by the beginning. We go down a route that kind of makes me not sure what his message was for a minute, and then we come back to it by the end of the film. But I mean, like, I'm not mad about this route. I'm just kind of more or less explaining kind of the journey I was on. So the film starts off basically both of them admitting to the press that they lie. And it's just like, F you, America, we lie to you and you're okay with it. And the entire film kind of just explores more in detail how true that really is and how much of a problem it really is. It's a really interesting film to come out during election season. Usually around this time, you see a lot of politically charged films, and we've even seen others this year. I'm actually surprised, though, to see ones taking more of a moderate approach. I consider myself more of a moderate as far as my politics and policies are concerned. Quite frankly, my political beliefs are circumstantial. I don't think anyone has 100% of the answers 100% of the time. Locally, within circumstances that are presented to us, there is a solution, and my beliefs are the best solution to problems that we are facing currently. Does the Democratic Party or the Republican Party have all those answers? No. Will they ever have all those answers? No. Will they have the right answer sometimes? Yes. Sure. But do I need to affiliate myself with that party just because they're sometimes right? No. Because this issue that this political party may be right about now, they may not be right about 10 years from now, because we're constantly changing and growing and moving as a society. So to believe that a political party has all the answers is just dumbfounding to me. It's dumbfoundingly stupid. But this is the world we live in. So this film kind of agrees with me on that, I think, to a certain extent. I don't know if that's Jon Stewart's belief. He seems pretty favorable of the Democratic Party in this film, but also is aware of the idiocracy that exists within elections and campaigning. And it seems to me more or less of a warning to not fall for the traps that are going to be set before us this election season. There will be many. Now, while this film's overall message and goal I definitely agree with. Within its execution, though, was it very successful? Not really. This film is kind of lazy, I think. This film was much more concerned about its message than it was its execution. And you can feel kind of the laziness take place within its writing. It is like bare bones surface level. Like, there is no depth within this film at all. It's pretty just basic, like, textbook definition of Democrats and Republicans. It's not, as far as like well thought out characters and whatnot, they're all pretty like basic and therefore come across kind of like unreal, which is where the film kind of goes for a little bit and makes me just be like, all right, these are the people, these are the good guys and these are the bad guys. But like I said, it's kind of suggesting that we're all pretty stupid about politics. And even just election season in general, we seem to be pretty dumb. So I can get behind that to a certain extent. The message of this film, I'm for. The execution of that message, I wasn't really impressed with or even like blown away by. Because this film was just trying to be funny a lot of times and they weren't. Like, I mean, not for me. There were some moments I laughed. There were some moments that were decently funny. But like, I will say I recommend this film, especially for this coming election season. Already, it's a mess. It's a joke, just like it was 4 years ago. And this film has some things to say about how much of a joke it is, and I think we can all benefit from that. I really hate when people say, oh, this film is really important for our time. And this film actually made me realize why I hate when people say that is because people usually like to say that in a way that's like, oh, well, here's what these people have a problem with. Therefore, it's really important for our time because of these people. I really hate that. That's why I hate when people say that, because it seems so like my saying that therefore excuses me from any things that I need to worry about or fix. I can just be like, wow, this film's really relatable because I see a bunch of idiots around here today, you know?
Everybody's an idiot except for me.
This film I appreciate and I think everyone should watch because we're all the idiots. We're all idiots. Again, I love a film that takes an issue, points some fingers, then goes, madam, sir, how are you related to this? Are you guilty of any of these things? You probably are. So don't pretend and just project away by saying this film is really important for our time. You're all responsible. I'm responsible. We gotta make changes. We gotta consider these things and do what we gotta do. Do what we can, you know? I'm just reiterating and repeating myself really, but like the execution, I'm trying to give specific examples of the execution. It is just within the writing and I don't know, development of the characters. Really, there's really nothing there. Steve Carell and Rose Byrne, I think, do fine with what they're given, but I mean, are they exceptional in this movie? Not necessarily. But I'm okay I watched this movie. I'm pleased with the fact that I watched this film. My score of the film, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Wow!
But it's a high 6. I really recommend this film still. I want you to watch it despite the many flaws within this film. Like, that's actually too, editing-wise, there was just a lot of choppy editing. Literally, there's a joke made about a character named Dot, and I'm pretty sure they're different actresses in those scenarios. I'll have to go back and look at that for sure. I am almost positive he refers to a woman named Dot, and they're different actresses in those different scenes.
Sorry, not you, Dot. Hey, Dot.
So it was a little lazy with its execution.
Oh, Dot.
Despite that, though, I enjoyed the message. There are certain aspects of the message that really hit and that really pinpoint and hit home and make a good solid point that I think we can all benefit from and learn from and maybe even understand a little more about just how messed up the system is. So I recommend we watch it and are open-minded to it, but it's kind of a meh film. If that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching this review. Tell me your thoughts on Irresistible. Have you seen it? Are you gonna see it? If you have seen it, did you like it? Did you not like it? Comment, start a discussion with me. I'd love to discuss this film with you. Subscribe to this channel and click the notification icon so you can be notified when I post more content. I try to post movie reviews at least once a week, so if that's something you're interested in, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Bye-bye.